Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whatever time it is. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome back to House Flipper 2 with Rash Decision. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave me a like, subscribe, and maybe even a comment to let me know. Enjoy the video. The dawn rises over the trees on our project. That's right, we're back in the Over the Moon is what I'm calling this one. I think you saw from the titles of the previous videos, but we're in the final stretch. Everything for the outside's been done. Everything for the inside has been rebuilt and redone. I'm just doing a quick walk around to remind you what we've done with this because we have the mod review in the middle. Everything is looking very spiffy. Now, I did have a mention that it would be better to move the driveway kind of over towards the side a little bit, and I may do that, but that's going to be the last thing I do because I haven't quite decided how I want to do it. There's a possibility that I will, but if I do, I still want to keep like this little plaza right here out to here, just so that there's like this nice little pathway leading over to it. I'll delete all of this, maybe put like a tree or like a nice garden here. I'm not quite sure as of yet how I want to do this, so I'm going to leave this as it is right now, and we'll come back to it. The other side, we will go ahead inside, and we'll start placing like basic things that we're going to need, like light switches and radiators, that kind of thing. But we'll see you on the other side. Hopefully. All right, and looks like we've got this one done. So we'll go ahead and do one more walk around the outside, then I'll take you on a tour of the inside. I genuinely cannot be happier with how this house came out. I may actually not sell this one, and I may keep it as just kind of like a showcase piece. I am beyond elated with how this house came out. I can't get over myself. I ran out of time to do the driveway. I do apologize. I've been recording for almost 2 hours, getting this furniture in, and I don't want to put this into a second episode. I don't want to have to break this up to another episode. So we are going to leave it as is. I do apologize. The comment to move it over to the side is absolutely correct. They are 100% right. Uh, but I just ran out of time, so I'm gonna have to leave it. It's such a minor thing that it's here at the end. It's gonna have to get cut. But yeah, if we go into the front door. Oh, actually, I just realized I forgot to place a light. So let's go ahead and we'll do that really, really quick. We'll just do that real quick. Just grab one of these, put it like right there. Remove that from that. Put that there. There we go. Perfect. So here we go. We come in the front door, and I didn't actually put a door frame here because it interferes with the stairs. I thought about changing the stairs and putting them back, but I decided that they look perfectly fine as they are, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave the stairs as they are. I just left this as a white frame. So we're just going to go through our nice little portal here. As we look over to the dining area, I wanted this to have a very earthy feel to it because it has this giant picture window that looks outside and sees all of this stone, all this greenery right here. So I decided to bring a little bit of that inside and really make it kind of pop in here. And of course I added some color over here that works with some warm colors that kind of work with the red in the wall that take away from the geometric shapes and give it some more natural occlusion over here, just a little bit. And of course, I went a little bit ham decorating these shelves, but I love the way they look because I was kind of thinking, like, I don't have a pantry. I genuinely do not have a pantry. So I was like, well, there's not really much to place in a pantry currently in the game. So I just kind of made this shelf that just has like a little bit of everything on it. Kind of got some pictures over here, got some bakeware, got some pots, got some pans, things like that. Got some wine over here, some canned goods, got some perishables, a couple of books, couple of cookbooks right there. I can read these? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. What's the other one say? Alrighty then. Well, okay, I did not know you could read those, but I put the radio at the top because I felt like that was necessary, and I didn't want anything too close to the ceiling because the ceiling is this wonderful black and the ash beams going across it. Absolutely incredible. I can't get enough of this. I'm probably going to copy this for later. And as we can see, we have the kitchen over here. Kept it very straightforward, very simple. Partially because I made the windows a little bit too big, and that's partly my fault. I wanted to have more cabinet space on the walls, but ended up without that. So everything you see is just kind of what you get. And of course, you could store things down here, and you could store things like over here. Well, I'm sorry, that's a dishwasher. And you could store things like over here, things like that. So it's not like it's completely devoid of places to put things. I wish I had made the windows smaller, but one thing I will say is that because the windows are so large, they have this wonderful natural light coming in, especially with the door on the right, that nice patio door. So everything here came out absolutely wonderfully, and the brick, absolute chef's kiss. Like, I could not have picked a more suitable texture for the kitchen, especially hitting this whole wall with it and hitting like the little peaks underneath right here for the backsplash. Absolutely wonderful. And then we go in here, and I was wondering what to do with this space because I didn't really have a clue of what to do, but other than just the boiler and the fuse box, and it just kind of hit me all at once to put in a washer and dryer right here, and honestly, like, that's absolutely a great idea. because there was just nothing in this space to begin with, and there's plenty of room to do it. And then of course you have this little tiny half bath that I kind of put in. I have to admit this is probably the most dense house I've ever built in all of House Flipper. Yeah, I've got like like the haphazardly placed. Looks like I have a little bit of lived in feel here, but it's got everything. It's got your soap. It's got a little bit of cleaner. Got a towel. So this is very much a utility closet kind of bathroom, but it doesn't feel any less homey for those that like that appeal. And then of course, as we go up here, lots of glass, lots of metal, things like that that really set this house apart. And we've got like the big open windows over here, got all the low-lying heavy furniture that makes it all feel just very bright, very cozy, while also feeling extremely modern. I was shocked how well this came out, considering I don't care for the modern aesthetic. So I kind of blended it into things that I am good at, things like contemporary colors, things like earthy tones and earthy textures. And it actually came out exceedingly well. I am beyond beside myself with how well this came out, because I didn't expect much out of it when I decided to do a more modern aesthetic. The only thing I would change if I did this again is I would bring these windows down and make them a little bit smaller vertically, and that's only because the shape that these create with that sharp L right here next to this really nice rounded shape. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It doesn't suit very well. It doesn't flow very well. So I'd probably make these smaller vertically, maybe like right here, where it kind of matches where that rounding starts, and do it that way. But either way, I really like how this one came out. Gave it like the little bit of greenery. It has a nice big TV, has a clock up there. It's got everything you need. And of course, the lighting that kind of follows this wall and these nice can lights. When you were watching, I'm sure you saw I was trying to use those really, really expensive, modern looking lights. Let me actually pull it up just so I can give you an example. So we have a refresher here. I was trying to use these, but I was extremely, extremely disappointed in them. Developers, if you're watching, please split this giant round base, these hanging, I guess, posts, I'm not sure. Split those two off onto their own colors and textures, and these will be a lot easier to use. And because of that, I decided to go with these because I was able to offset from the black with just this little puck, and then come down with the steel and kind of give it that modern contemporary look. And then as we go around into this little sitting area right here, of course, it's got right here next to this window, and it gives it that very, very modern, comfortable modern aesthetic. And then as we go in here, this is probably the most dense bathroom I've ever built, full stop. I am beyond pleased with the way this came out, because I was so worried with this being right here in front of the window that I wasn't going to have space for the toilet, and then what was I going to do about the shower. But I actually got it all worked out, and it all fits just together like puzzle pieces. Like you have the shower right here, and you enter it on the right. The toilet is on the left, and it's like right here. And of course, you have both of these sinks. And I chose these sinks specifically because I wanted to put things underneath them. I was not expecting it to slide in right over top of that radiator with just the perfect height. And of course, you saw I moved the door to the left so that I could fit this sink in. And it's absolutely just because I saw the puzzle piece and it needed to be trimmed to get it into the puzzle, and I did it. I trimmed it. We got it into the puzzle. It looks fantastic. And then in here we have the bedroom, and I kind of stole the idea. There was a mission. It was the one about the roommate that moved out, and the guy wanted us to clean up his room. I remember in that mission, I kind of came in, and there was like a single bed over here. There's like a nightstand. He had like a craft table over here. Or no, it wasn't a craft table. It was like a computer or a gaming desk. And then over here, he had kind of like this little viewing area with like a little TV and stuff. I copied that, and I'm not even ashamed about it, because this is excellent. This has those little features that make it look wonderful, and it has like this primary function that just works. Like you could take naps on this couch. You could sit here and do whatever you wanted to in here. This would be, I would kill for a setup like this, to be 100% honest with you. And I wasn't quite sure what to put on this little table, side table. I just knew I needed one. I needed something underneath that window that took up this space, because it was just this weird blank space that I didn't like. And I took a side table that was out of this set and just stuck it in there, and it works. It just works. You can't ask for more than that. And of course, the big, huge windows in this room, I love them. I absolutely love them. I feel like, honestly, I should have copied this design out here in this room, but because I didn't, I'm not going to worry about it. But honestly, like, could you imagine just open this window and just plop your butt on this couch, sit here and watch some movies on a nice breezy day? Like, could you even imagine how awesome that would be? But that's going to do it for this one. We'll do one final tour. Oh, oh no, that is centered. This little section over here kind of threw me off there. All right, and that's it. We are going to go out front, give you one final view of the front, and there it is. That's all, folks. Have a good one. Cheers.